Very good afternoon to all my dear students. Good afternoon, Pranati, Om Gupta, Komal, Parth, Ruhani, Akshita, Mehek, Anand, Goyal, everyone. So, as you all have started Indian Partnership Act in the last class with me, we have completed the first unit of the first chapter. Half of the first chapter we have completed. So today we are going to wind up the balance half of the second chapter. So as always, before starting, let's have a small quiz and let me test your knowledge. Vinyas, Alochana, good afternoon, Shalini, Purva, Amar, Srinati, Yagesh, Akshita. Great, all of you, those who have written, we have revised it. So that's wonderful. So you remember the essential elements of partnership. We have talked about the 5 essential elements which are there in order to conclude that it's a partnership. What are those 5 principles? Agreement, sharing of profits. There should be 2 or more people forming an agreement. There should be sharing of profits out of a business. So we should be doing some business. It should not be a charitable organization in order to be a partnership. We have to do some business out of which the profits are arising. And we should be having a mutual agency relationship. So all these 5 points which were very, very important in order to conclude that it's a partnership. After that, my dear students, section 6 taught us 3 important ingredients which help us in understanding that this is the true test of partnership. Now, let me see how many of you have revised it. It is said dash is the prima facie evidence for partnership. However, dash is the conclusive evidence. So what is that is the prima facie evidence in order to say that it's a partnership given in the section 6? And what is the major principle which acts as a conclusive evidence, means it acts as a conclusion whether it's a partnership firm or not? So you have to answer me. Meanwhile, I'll just open the presentation for all of you and we'll quickly start from where we left. But before that, as always, you have to answer me. What is the true test of partnership? One is the prima facie evidence and another one is the conclusive evidence. Divisha, Pratima, Mangalpali, Mohan, Priya, Shikhar, Shreya, all of you. Good afternoon, children. Great. Varun, Nishi, Sneha, Shalini. Great answers have also started coming. Thank you so much, Miss Nishigar. I feel happy to read when you write such things that you're understanding and you're enjoying the classes. So that's one thing which we really look forward for. Excellent, Komal Preet, that's correct. But you should have written, yes, cardinal principle, Shalini, yes, that's wonderful. Thank you, Rohani, Naman, Garv, Agarwal, Varun, Divya, Angel, Prem, Pranati, Vedahi. Prakriti has mentioned all the 5 elements, so that's wonderful. But here I was specifically asking you, what are the prima facie evidence and what is the conclusive evidence? So Vidisha De, that's great. Profit sharing is the prima facie evidence and mutual agency is the conclusive. Apurva, you have not written the conclusive evidence. You don't remember. Even Deepika, you have not written. Good afternoon, Keshav. Wonderful, Nishigar. That answer is also correct. Om Gupta, Anjali, Fiza, Shriya, all of you have given the correct answers, children. Wonderful. So that is one thing that makes all of us at ICI proud of the students, that you always obey the instructions, you always make notes, you go through the task, and the beautiful answers that you give, correct answers, makes us feel proud of all of you. Now another test, another revision we are going to do. Section 4 concluded on a case law that KD Kamath and Company. What was it? Was it a partnership firm or it was not? Yes or no? We concluded KD Kamath and Company is, yes, a partnership firm. How was it concluded? Was it concluded on the basis of sharing of profits? Was it concluded on the basis of agreement? Or was it concluded on the basis of mutual agency? So in this KD Kamath and Company, a specific case law where the company filed an application with the income tax officer, ITO, and they said that, look, we have to pay our taxes and please kindly register us. We are the registered firm. So ITO said, no, you are not a firm, you're a sole proprietor. Why it was held that it's a sole proprietor? Because in that case, they said KD Kamath was having all the exclusive power and control in his hand. No other partner was having a say. He was only organizing all the board meetings, all the appointments, all the business, everything was being done by KD Kamath. But Supreme Court gave the judgment that KD Kamath and company, there are 5 more partners with him. They are a partnership firm on the basis of the agreement that they have formed, on the basis of that profits that they're sharing, and the mutual agency principle that exists between them. So all of them were held liable for the transactions that they do. And that is why it was held as a partnership firm. So we have all revised this one also. Now let me test Santi Ranjan Das Gupta. In this case, what happened? Section 6. What was concluded in Santi Ranjan Das Gupta? You have to answer. Very good, Krishna Singh, Varun, Asha Begum, all of you are correct, children. Kavya, Janvi, Angel, Janani, Feza, Kushi, all of you are correct. Yes, section 4 concluded that it's a profit sharing. Anshika, Vishakha, good afternoon, children. Venkat Lakshmi, that's also correct. So Santi Ranjan Das Gupta is the answer that I'm looking forward for now. You have to tell me what was concluded in this particular case. As per section 6, it is not a partnership. That's excellent, Om Gupta. Because there was no agreement, no accounts were formed, there was no record. Very good, Pranati P. Vidisha De, excellent. There was no legal proof. It's not a partnership firm. Very beautiful answers you're giving, children. Ritu, Naman, Varun, Prakriti, Saloni, everyone is correct. Mutual agency relationship was not existing. Very good, Kriti Kumari. Because there was no proof of partnership. There were no bank accounts, no records, no evidence of partnership deed. Momita, Varun, Priyanshu, Janvi, Komal and Fiza. All of you correct, students. Very good. Proud of all of you. KD Kamath, yes, it was a partnership, and Santi Ranjan Das Gupta, there was a no partnership. Wonderful. Done. Good. So let's move ahead. We have also revised company and partnership firm. Company is an artificial person, yes or no? Like this, I'll keep asking you questions. Huh? No separate account was made, concluded as partnership firm. Pratima, nice. Very good. Very nice. So in exam also, children, you have to write such elaborative answers in such a way only, the way you are responding here. Many a times, examiner might ask you descriptive case studies. In that, you have to describe what the question is on the basis of the analysis. But sometimes there might be straightforward questions. Like, for example, difference between company and partnership firm. Now, at least if it's a 6 marks question, 6 to 7 points, you can simply write and you score full marks. Okay, so you at times you have to be to the point, and at times you can elaborate. And all those who have answered yes, company is an artificial person, that's great. Jolly Joseph, I hope your connection is fine because everybody else is answering. Payal Ben, Angel, Om, Janani, Sneha, Prakriti, Akshita, all of you are correct, children. Company is an artificial person. We have already done the differences between company and partnership firm. And company is an artificial person. Therefore, company can be a partner in the firm. But can we have the partnership firm as a partner? No. Firm can never be a partner. Good. All right. Now, what is the difference between partnership and club? So, do you go to gym? When we go to a gym, we have membership of a gym. It's a kind of a club. It's a kind of a place, or maybe some club membership, like you have a golf club or press club, or different places have their different clubs, Gymkhana club. So sometimes people take their membership for these clubs and they go there for their recreational activities. Let's take a very interesting example. Mr. A has taken a membership of golf club in Chandigarh for swimming. So he goes to this particular golf club for swimming activity, or maybe for playing certain sports. Okay, so he comes there for playing sports, or maybe for playing golf or other kind of things. So Mr. A has taken a membership. Now, can we say that Mr. A is a partner in that club? Does he become a partner? Is he part of the business of that club? The answer is no. Here in club, the relationship is as of members. You're coming, you're enjoying, you're playing your sports, you're doing your swimming, and then you go back home. It can be a sports club, it can be a food club, it can be a dance club, any kind of clubs where you go. Or maybe a gym where you go for training, for fitness. All the people who are coming in that club they're coming as a members. However, in partnership, you have partners who are collectively doing the business. Here, business is involved. All right. But in club, you are not a member in the business. You only go for the recreational fun. You only go for the fun activities and you come back home. So in partnership firm, you will be definitely interested in its property. The table should not get broken. The chairs should be placed nicely. The curtains should be placed nicely. The carpets are laid properly because it's your business. It's your office. It's your office place. You regard it. But will you be worried if, for example, if you're going to a gym and one of the treadmill or machine is not working? Will you as a member be worried that why it's not working? Let us get it corrected or let us get it, repaired. Tell me, answer me. Will you be worried? If any club objective is there and you're part of any club, Dipanshu Goyal, that's great. It can be non-profit, it can be profit also. So here you're just acting as a member. So will the members be interested in the property? Will they be worried if any of the machine is not working or the fridge is not working or the curtains are not properly displayed? Yes, definitely. They can go and complain it at the reception. They can complain it to the owner. But obviously they themselves, members will not take it for repair. All those who have said no, that's the correct answer. In club, you will never be interested in the property. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you can destroy the property of the club, okay? You have to be very careful. They have, the property is kept over there for your recreations, okay? For your entertainment. So you have paid the membership and you enjoy those services. At the same time, you will be held liable if you try to damage anything. But definitely, Janvi and Ritu says, no, ma'am, we won't be worried. That's great, Om Gupta also. So all of you, those who have written, no, we won't be worried. That's a beautiful answer. It's not our asset. Very nice, Pizza. Badisha, great. Gauri. So all of you are correct, children, because it's not our property. Na? It belongs to the owner. Is the main owner of the club, will be the property owner. It is his property. He will be concerned. So as a man of ordinary prudence, we will take care, but we don't have any interest in their property. So this will always be for profit motive. Club is not always for profit motive. So it may be profit motive, it may not. So maybe some club is charging rupees 1,000 per month. Some clubs may be charging 1,500 per month. Some is charging 6,000 per month. So it's their choice. So they may be earning profit. They might not be earning profit because, yes. So somebody says there might be CC camera, so we cannot damage the property. Yes, that be sure about that. You cannot destroy either in sale of goods. You cannot destroy anyone's products. Similarly, in club, you cannot damage anyone's property. So it may be for profit motive clubs and it may not be for profit motives. But anyways, as a member, you are not interested in profit. Suppose कोई अब club है जहाँ पे बहुत सारी sports activity है, gym भी है, sports भी है, swimming भी है. But the club is not doing well. People are not coming. It's not earning profits. So will you as a member be affected? No, ma'am, we will not be affected because we are not there for earning profits. We are not the business partners. We're just working as a members over there. So any dissolution happen, it will affect the partners. Definitely ABC are partners. D is not coming. D is leaving the partnership firm. So ABC will only be left. D has left the partnership. However, in club, the members may come and go. It will not affect the existence of the club. Say all the members did not come. It was raining very badly. And they said, this time we are not going to take any swimming classes in that club. Will the club continue to, will come to an end? No, club will still stay there. They will still keep on advertising, marketing and all the stuff. But any change in members will not affect the existence of the club. So clear are differences between partnership firm and club. Now let's move on to the differences between the partnership and co-ownership. You remember about the definition of co-ownership? Co-ownership means jointly you are owning any property, maybe out of an agreement or by inheritance. What is the meaning of inheritance? खानदानी जायदाद जो आपको मिलती है. Suppose there was a father and he had 2 big bungalows and he had 2 sons. After the father died, those bungalows now belong to the sons. Or maybe there were 2 sons and 2 daughters, the joint property which is being held by the family members. That is known as inheritance. So by law, legally, you have become the owner of that property. So if your father is the property owner, after he is not there, then the son becomes the property owner. He has inherited from his ancestors, from his fathers and forefathers. So now what happens is, if 2 brothers are together owning a house and they get rental income for that house every month, are they doing it for the profits? It may be for profits, it may be for losses. There's no option in that. There's not compulsion. But are they called partnership, where they are having any rental incomes from by jointly owning the property? Can you say that this agreement between them is of partners? Law says no. They will not be called partners. Why? Because they will be called co-owners. Co means दो या दो से ज्यादा लोग, जो ownership means own कर रहे. So co-ownership, together we are owning a property. You can write down co-ownership means where people are owning certain property together. So here, the relationship that these people hold among themselves is not of a partnership, it is of co-ownership. However, partnership is a contract. Partners have to come and form a contract with each other, whether it's expressed or implied. Expressed means by word spoken. Implied means out of your conduct. Do we have implied agency relationship in partnership? It says yes. What is the meaning of implied agency? What do you mean by implied agency? We don't have any implied agency in co-ownership. Swapan Ali, what do you want me to speak in Hindi? Please ask specific question. Yes, Som Keshav, very good. Jointly owning the property. Here, it is not a partnership. Very good, Jolly. Jolly Joseph, Vedahi, everyone is correct. Next generation, that's wonderful, Anjali. Nishigar, joint stock company is the name given for a company only. So whether you call it a corporation or a company or a joint stock company. So where jointly you have held, open up a company, whether it's a public company or a private company, it is just the name given for the word company. Implied, what Divya Rani is asking, what is the meaning of implied? You tell me what is the meaning of implied. Implied means by your conduct, means by your actions. So all the people say that, okay, fine, tomorrow we'll be doing the business together. So that means they have implied it. They have made it final. So either we can sign it on a piece of paper that, okay, fine, we have stamped, we have made the partnership agreement ready, or we have decided through our actions. Everybody has opened up a business together and they just, without writing, they have just decided that they will be doing business together. And what is the meaning of mutual agency? All of you have sent the correct answers, means liable for each other's actions. Very good, Anshika, Aniket, Janani, Angel, Khushi, Vedahi, Shriya, all of you have given the correct answer. It means that we are liable for each other's actions. But in co-ownership, you're not liable. Here you're owning the property and your only purpose is to eat the rental incomes. What A is doing in his house and what B is doing in his business, they're separate. They're not partners. All right? Here you are necessarily sharing the profits. Here you are not sharing any profits. You are just eating the rentals, the incomes that arise from that jointly owned property. Transfer of ownership. So now there are 3 partners, A, B, and C. It says, can C transfer his ownership? Yes, with the consent of other partners. He can say that, please, instead of me, make D a partner. I want to transfer my ownership rights to another partner. I want to create the sub-partnership. So this can be done only with the consent of other partners. Only if other partners, Mr. A and B, agree to it. But in co-ownership, you cannot transfer your interest. Suppose there are two brothers, E and F, and they have jointly owned a house. So this is the house, and they get the rental income of 50K over here. 25,000 it belongs to E, and 25,000 F takes home. Now F said, okay, I want to give my ownership to someone else. Please share the rental incomes with someone else. Now without permission of E, he cannot do it. So here you cannot transfer any kind of interest without the consent of the other party. Clear ho gaya? Co-ownership and partnership is absolutely clear now. Now what is the third form of differences? It says partnership form and association of persons. So Diwali function was coming up and all the society members thought that we will contribute rupees 5,000 each and we will plan a nice grand party. Or maybe Tej is coming up on 19th August. So all the society members got together and they said, we'll have nice performances and, we want to organize an event. Everybody contributed and they bought food, prizes and gifts out of that contribution. So my dear students, what kind of relationship these people have among themselves? Are they partners? What will you call them? Are they doing any business? What will be called? What do you say that? Yes? ओके जूही कुमारी, हिंदी में मैंने आपको ये पूछा कि अगर सब लोग इकट्ठे होकर किसी फंक्शन को ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे हैं और पैसा कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं तो क्या वो पार्टनरशिप कर रहे हैं? डोंट वरी शिखा रॉय, रिमाइंड मी एट द एंड ऑफ द क्लास, आई टेल यू हाउ टू लर्न इट. Formation means forming, Vishakha, means you are making it. Okay. Khushi, if they are earning a rent, so they are dividing it among themselves in co-ownership. Okay, so they're not any necessary sharing the profit and losses. There may be particular amount that they're earning, so they need to divide it equally among themselves. Yes, it's just a committee, it's just a community, association of persons. Okay, they're not doing any business. Wonderful. Komalpreet, in co-ownership, you do not need the consent of the other person. Without the consent, you can transfer. In partnership, you need the consent of other partners. However, children, under co-ownership, you can do it without the consent. You don't need the consent of other member. You can simply transfer it to another person. But here you can do it only with the consent of other partners. All right, clear? Anshika, I hope it's clear. And very well done, all those who have answered. No, ma'am, it's an association of person. Definitely, it's an express contract. Very good, Chanchal, Angel, Krishna, Aniket. All of you have written correct because it's for a social cause. So such kind of associations which you make among people, where you coming together for any charitable and social cause, you're just forming the relation between persons for a particular event. There your intention has to be seen, whether it is for entering business. No, ma'am, we are not doing any business. We are not sharing the profits. We have not done any agreement. So it will be an association of persons. It can be any religious or housing, religious or charitable purposes. Here, you're sharing the profits in partnership. You are making an agreement. You're signing the agreements. You're doing the business. And here the motive is to earn the profits. So partnership firm is totally commercial transaction where business is being done, profits are being earned. However, in association of persons, you're not doing it with a business motive. You're just doing it, getting people together for a particular event. What is partnership versus joint Hindu family? Quickly tell me who is HUF. So only 4 points I have covered here. You can just have a reading from the study material. The study, all the points given in the study material have to be read once, the differences between joint Hindu family as well as partnership form. Let me just open it, students. All right, these are the points. Partnership versus co-ownership is also known as joint ownership. Rest of it. It arises out of a contract. So this was the point that you all are asking. Here he can transfer his interest without the consent of other co-owners. So you don't have to take the consent of other owners. However, in partnership, you can transfer only with the consent of other parties. So the smaller version of these points of differences have already been written in the presentation. So let us just go through the HUF points as well as partnership. So what is HUF? The family business that you're doing, Hindu undivided family or joint Hindu family, you can say that. So where any Hindu family who is doing business together, it says that is different from a partnership firm. In HUF, the family members by status means by birth, they become the members. Now let's take a very interesting example. For example, want me to increase the zoom it a bit more. I think now it's fine. Yeah. So Mr. A is a small baby who was born in family of B. B, C, D are partners, and Mr. and Mrs. B gave birth to A. A is a small child. He's a baby. Will he become a member in the partnership firm? Law says definitely no. In order to become a partner in the partnership firm, you need to sign an agreement. Plus, you should be 18 years of age. Plus, a minor cannot be a partner unless the other partners have agreed. But otherwise, also you need to sign an agreement, no? But in HUF, if any family member, if Mr. A is born here in the family of HUF, then he becomes the partner by birth. You don't have to, partner means member. He becomes the member in HUF by birth. He doesn't have to wait till the age of 18 years or he becomes minor. He's a minor, he becomes major, then he becomes the member. No. By birth, you get the right in the Hindu undivided family. The family which is not yet divided, it's a joint Hindu family who is staying together and doing the business. All right. So here the death of the partner leads to dissolution, but this death of a member, so one of the family member has died, doesn't mean that the business will stop. Family business will still continue to move on. Partners are equally entitled to take part. All the partners have equal right. I told you that any partner can go and make the purchases with the supplier. The other partners are also held liable. Principle of mutual agency is there. But joint Hindu family mein kya hota hai? Here, the rights lies with the karta. Karta is the male member of the family. Now, male or female member. Even the females are given equal importance in HUF. You can read the amendment made in Hindu Succession Act says all adult members, whether it is males and females, can become the co-partners. Equal right of inheritance are given to everyone. So earlier it was just a governing male member of the family. It can be male or female, any one member. So whosoever is the karta, karta means the leader of joint Hindu family. He only has the right to participate in entire management of the business. Authority to bind. Every partner can bind by his action, means there is a principle of mutual agency present. All the partners are liable for each other's actions. However, in this respective case, karta or the manager only has the authority to contract. So whosoever is the manager of HUF family or the karta, the senior most member, the male or female, they will only do the contractual obligations on behalf of the family business. Here, all the partners are liability is unlimited. Liability is unlimited means whatever will be the liability of the business, they all have to contribute and pay for it. But HUF में क्या होता है? सिर्फ कर्ता की liability unlimited. Other co-partner means other co-members, other people in the family, they are liable only to the extent of the share in the profits. So major liability किसकी रहती है? कर्ता की. Management भी कर्ता के हाथ में है. Authority of binding भी कर्ता की ही रहती है. And liability is also unlimited liability of कर्ता in the family. Calling for the accounts of conclosure. Now, if any partner feel that, I'm not being paid my profits properly and, I want to see the accounts, I need court's help. So he can go and file a case against the firm. for the accounts. He can also request for the dissolution of the firm. So any of the partners having any quarrels or any dissatisfaction regarding their salary, profits, payment, they can straight away go to the court and ask for the dissolution of the firm. And court on doing all the hearings can further pass the orders for the dissolution of firm. Here, only on the separation of joint family, a member is not entitled to ask for the accounts. It says if you are leaving the joint family business, you have no right. You cannot ask for the accounts of the firm. Only the karta will be dealing and your share of profits are equally or whatever ratio they have decided will be paid. So here, member is not entitled to ask for the accounts. You're not supposed to ask for the what accounts are being made, how they are happening or how they're being done. It's everything is governed by Hindu law in HUF. This is totally governed by the Indian Partnership Act. Remember, we discussed Indian Partnership has come out of Indian Contract Act because partnership is also forming a contract with each other, forming an agreement. So here, Partnership Act provisions are applicable. In partnership, a minor cannot become a partner, though he can be joining for the benefits of partnership. But here, only with the consent of all the members, he can be allowed to become a member. But HUF में क्या होगा? HUF में तो minor जैसे ही पैदा हुआ एक बच्चा वो member बन जाता है. He doesn't have to wait for the age of attaining majority, no? By birth, he becomes the member, but here, minor cannot become a partner. So in today's MCQ, you have very interesting question based on this point also. So continuity, again, it gets dissolved by death or insolvency. Joint Hindu family will continue till it is divided. So undivided family means unless it is not divided among themselves, they continue to do the business together. And what were the number of members? Can you tell me? Number of members in partnership is 50. Children, it's 50 or 100? देखो जरा याद है आप लोगों को? Number of members in partnership firm, maximum number of members can be 50 or 100. Answer me. All of you have to send me the answers. Thank you, Srinati. HUF, no, that's great. Minor, good. Karta is the leader, that's great. Very good. 50 partners is the correct answer. And where it is defined under Companies Rules 2014. And Companies Act said that earlier the limit was 100, but now they have restricted the number of members to 50. And HUF में कितने number of members हो सकते हैं? Unlimited. जितने मर्जी. Keep on increasing the population, they don't mind. So whosoever is born in the family which is not divided, they continue to be part of the business. Share in the business. Here, no co-partners have a defined share. They keep on fluctuating. Here, every partners have a defined share. तो यहाँ पे family business है ना, किसी ने कितना share दिया, किसी कोई कितना business कर रहा है, किसी का husband ज़्यादा contribute कर रहा है, उसकी wife को ज़्यादा share मिल गया, कोई ज़्यादा contribute नहीं कर रहा है, they're doing their own thing. So it depends. There's no defined share. कोई sign नहीं करा contract कितना share देना है. So here it is totally dependent. Partnership में all the share is defined by an agreement. Once the agreement has made, A will get 30%, B will get 40%, C will get 30%, then 30, 40, 30 has to be paid. Whatever they have agreed to pay. All right. Joint ownership also we have discussed. This is also over. So we come to end to the points of differences. Now let's move ahead to the next topic, that is kinds of partnership. But before that, let's test your knowledge. It's very important to test your knowledge, right? So let's do wear our thinking caps and let's do certain MCQs. Children, a firm is the name given to the partners, to the minors in the firm, the business under which the firm carries on the business, or it's the collective name under which it carries on the business. Let me see who is the first one to send the correct answer. Excellent. All those who have written 50 is the correct answer. Somebody saying unlimited. Okay, that was for HUF. That's correct. Yes, Chanchal Singh, he can be a partner if he's if anyways it's a divided family, then you're not part of HUF, then you can be a partner in any firm. Send the answers. Akruti, Chanchal, Venkat Lakshmi, Prasnath, your answers are incorrect. Kavya, you are also not correct. Partners, Shriya, firm is the name given to the partners. Very bad, wrong answer. Srishti, wrong. Amar, wrong. Uzair, wrong. All those who have written 1D is the correct answer. Other than that, A, B, C, everything that you're writing is wrong. It is the collective name under which the business is done. Remember, I told you ABC are the partners. Collectively, they are known as the firm. And firm is the name given to the, it is the name which under which you carries on the business. Okay. So ABC Associates, for example, that's your firm's name. And so collectively that you're doing the business is known as your name of the firm. All right, children, 1D is the correct answer. Please mark it correctly. Let's do the next one. True test for partnership is business, sharing of profits, agreement, and mutual agency. So there is the cardinal principle, you can say, or you can say that the conclusive evidence. What is the final test for concluding that it's a partnership? Please tell. Can a member join HUF? Partner who entered. Yes, Ms. Shikha, that's correct. Vansh, that is also correct. Two D is the correct answer. Absolutely fine. Everyone has answered it correctly. So you all knew this one. Mutual agency is the correct answer. Wonderful. So mutual agency is the correct answer. Without mutual agency, even if you're doing a business, you're sharing the profits and you have an agreement, but you're not liable for each other, then my dear students, it will not be considered as a partnership. Okay, now this is very interesting. A, B, C are three partners. A purchased furniture for business purpose from D. So who has went to the market? A went to the market. He made all the efforts and he purchased the furniture for the business from D. So D is the supplier. Now he said, my money is not received. So he came to the firm and can he recover the money from B and C as well? Yes or no? And why also? Why? Yes, fine. Minor also has liabilities, Apurva is asking. So again, if whether in HUF or partnership, it depends how much involvement of a minor you are making in the business. So if you ask me for partnership, child, Apurva, in partnership, minor is liable only to certain extent. Chapter number 2, you will study. But as far as HUF is concerned, as per the requirements of the business, everybody doing their family business, they can accordingly decide how much participation. All these decisions are taken by the karta, whosoever is the leader, male or female member of the family, they will have to decide this. And of course, yes is the correct answer for all of this. And thank you so much, Miss Neha Gupta, for writing such a beautiful word. I am so happy that I am able to leave an impact on all of you. Thank you and keep studying hard in the same way. All right. Vedahi, Prakriti, Janani, Y, Yamini, Anushka, Nishi, Krishna, Subiksha, all of you are correct students. Yes is the correct answer. Why? Yes, because mutual agency is again the major reason for this answer as well. Once you have purchased something for the purpose of business, anyone can be held liable for this, for the recovery. All right. I think let's take a small break over here and then we will continue further. We will start with the kinds of partnership and then we will move ahead to the kinds of partners. All right, students. All of you have given the correct answer. Somebody is asking a query. Akib Lodi has asked, sale by a partner of his share for a price. Can this transaction be considered? So, under SOGA, no, definitely not, Akib. So, any partnership dealing that you are having is not related to sale of goods. There you are buying and selling the products. All right. So, here you are having partnership among each other for doing the business. So, they are not related, they're different. Now, question number 4 in front of you. Now, this is very, very interesting question. Which of the following is not an essential element? So, my dear students, you have all answered me correctly that what are the essential elements of partnership? Here we are asking you which of them is not the essential element. So, read the points A, B, C, D carefully and answer me. Ritu, co-partners are the co-members of joint Hindu family. So Karta is the leader who is running the business, taking the major decisions. So all the other members of HUF are known as co-partners. Mr. Harshavi, partner can be expelled. Yes, that's correct. But we have entire chapter number 2, last part of chapter number 2, where we deals with expulsion of partnership. There you will understand. Vishal Sharma, your answers are also correct. Don't worry, it's very difficult to take all the names, students. Ashmita, correct answer. 4C is the correct answer. Krishna, Vedi, Aniket, Sahana, Saloni, Priyukta, Divisha, Janani, all of you are correct, children. Business must start within 6 months. There is no such condition in the essential elements. So that is definitely the correct answer. Let us go to another one. There is one more, I think. In the absence of agreement to the contrary, now this is very, very simple. Partners will not share the profits. Will they share the profits in capital ratio? Are they entitled to share the profits equally or none of the above? What will they do in this case? Send the correct answer. Or none of the above. Will they share the profits or will they not? Unless until enter means if they have not made any agreement to this respect, then how are they going to share the profits? Yes, the correct answer is very good. Some of you are giving absolutely correct answers and somebody is saying in capital ratio. Oh my God. Definitely, it will be sharing the profits equally. 5C is the correct answer, students. Absolutely correct. You will not share the profits in capital ratio just because there is no agreement. All of those who have given 5C is the correct answer. And Varun, B is not the correct answer. MD Fahad is saying A, they will not get profits. That is not the correct answer. And none of the above is also not correct. So here 5C is the correct answer, children. Whenever there is no agreement, then partners will be sharing the profits and losses equally. Now, this is the last one. Position of minor is same in partnership as well as in HUF. Think clearly and answer me. And I would appreciate if you can write why as well. If it's true, why? If it is false, why? Please think and give the correct answers. Absolutely correct. False is the correct answer. Why? Because in partnership, the minor becomes a partner only if other partners have agreed. Vishaka Singh, that's correct. Good. Krishan Patel says, I got all correct. That's great. And Om Gupta, you have given the reason also. That's wonderful. So all of you are correct. The answer to this one is false because position of minor in partnership as well as in HUF both are different. In partnership, you become only after you become partner only if the other partners have consented, and you're admitted only for the benefits of partnership. However, in HUF, by birth, as soon as the child is born, he becomes a partner. So Akruti, Tanu, Anshika, Dhanika, Prem, Tanvi, Deepika, Sakshi, so many new names we have today. Prakatish, Mamita, Apurva, Deepika, Vedahi, all of you are correct children. Kushi, Tanu, MD, Fahad, everybody is correct. Lavina, good, nice explanation. Virisha, Harshita Pali, Aniket, Janani, Angel, Sahana, Yagesh, Swapan Mali, all of you are correct children. Good, well done. So now, since you have understood the basic concepts of partnership, how this partnership is made, how it is being run, let us come to a very, very important topic, kinds of partnership. Now, children, kinds of partnership, although very, very simple and very, very straightforward, but at times you get the questions based on the base type of details, numbers, dates, and students many a times get confused. So it is very important that you should know how to write and attempt an answer for such kind of questions. So I want all of you to pay full attention. We'll be doing n number of examples in this one. So it says partnership is divided, number one, on the basis of duration of time period. Duration means on the basis of time period. कि कितनी लंबी पार्टनरशिप चलनी है. अगर हमने आज सुबह शुरू करी और शाम तक हमें नहीं ठीक लगा तो हम उसको क्लोज कर सकते हैं ना. पार्टनरशिप इज ऑल बेस्ड अपॉन योर एग्रीमेंट. आपका दिल था, आपने पार्टनरशिप कर ली, आपको लगा कि आपकी बहुत लड़ाई हो रही है जी, बनी नहीं रही है आपस में, यार हम नहीं कर सकते बिजनेस, तो क्लोज कर दो, डिसॉल्व कर दो, वाइंड अप कर दो. तो कैसे कर सकते हैं? क्या कोई टाइम पीरियड है, कोई लिमिट है, क्या लायबिलिटीज है? दैट इज व्हाट इज डिफाइंड अंडर काइंड्स ऑफ पार्टनरशिप. So it says with regard to time period, number one, there is partnership at will. Number two, there is a partnership for a fixed period. So A and B decided on 21st July that let's start a business and we will do this business together till 20th July 2025. A and B decided that let's start a business together on 21st July and we will do this business for 2 years. So now they have signed a contract and they have held each other liable for 2 years time period. Can you say we have fixed the time period? So what will you call this kind of partnership? Law says this kind of partnership is known as partnership for a fixed period. Why? Because you have fixed the dates. You have fixed the dates. You fixed the period for which the partnership between you both are going to be held. So now, if any date, time period is given, and now you can dissolve this partnership, although if in between some problem occurs, there can be the solutions for dissolution, but what will you call this partnership? What is the name given to this partnership? It says this is the partnership for a fixed period where duration and determination of time both has been done clearly. But it says, what is partnership at will? At will means at your sweet choice, at your own will, आपकी मर्जी से. Choice means आपकी मर्जी से, आपकी will से. So now if I say that A and B decided to be partners on 21st July, but let's rub this date of 20th July 2025. They said that let's be partners on 21st July 2023 till no time period. They have not determined till what date. Partnership deed is silent about the time period. Such a partnership, children, is known as partnership at will. Why? Because there is no time limit, no determination of duration of time. We have not decided for how long we are going to be partners. So such a partnership where it is silent regarding the time period, it may continue for one day or for 1 year or 1 month, whenever we want. Whenever we want to end it, we can just simply tell each other, look, I don't want to do business with you, and close. तो चली तो बरसों तक चली, नहीं चली तो शाम तक नहीं चली. ठीक है ना. ऐसी पार्टनरशिप को कहते हैं पार्टनरशिप एट विल. अब याद रहेगा, ऐसे हिंदी में बोलने से याद रहता कि ऐसी पार्टनरशिप जो आपने टाइम पीरियड फिक्स नहीं करा. आपकी बॉन्डिंग अच्छी बन गई तो परमानेंट चल जाएगी, नहीं बन रही है तो दोपहर तक नहीं चलेगी. तो फिर आप कैसे करते हो? दूसरा पार्टनर नोटिस देता है, भाई मुझे नहीं करना, एंड साइन होता है एंड खत्म. बहुत सिंपल है पार्टनरशिप एट विल को क्लोज कर देना बाय गिविंग अ नोटिस फ्रॉम वन पर्सन टू अनदर. But partnership for a fixed period is generally continued for the number of years that they have determined and agreed to do business. Clear हो गया? ये तो हो गया with regarding to duration, time period से. अब आ जाते हैं with regard to extent of business. So what is the meaning of extent of business? Means till what duration we are going to do this business. It says there are two types of partnership for your business period. Particular partnership and general partnership. Particular partnership means for any particular event, any kind of relationship between partners that we are forming for a particular event, that is known as particular partnership. Otherwise, if we have decided to do business for a fixed period or at will, any other kind of partnership is known as general partnership. General partnership means आपने और मैंने business शुरू करा, हमने पार्टनरशिप एग्रीमेंट साइन करी, शेयरिंग ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स एग्रीमेंट, बिजनेस, म्यूचुअल एजेंसी, ऑल दोस फीचर्स यू सॉ इन द फर्स्ट पेज. अनलिमिटेड लायबिलिटी, ट्रांसफरेबिलिटी ऑफ शेयर्स, एवरीथिंग इज एप्लीकेबल इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इज यू विल आस्क मैम देन व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? व्हाई पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम जनरल पार्टनरशिप? इट इज डिफरेंट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ liability. What is my liability in general partnership? It is unlimited, no extent. If I have liabilities, I might have to bring my personal assets, but I have to pay off the liabilities of partnership business. However, in the particular partnership, my liability is limited to that particular event. Say, for example, A and B decided to do a business and they said, let's hold up an exhibition in Delhi. So both of them contributed the money for putting up a stall of exhibition in Delhi, and they formed this partnership for this particular event of exhibition. So it was 2 days exhibition and they did a partnership with each other. What kind of partnership, my dear students, they have done? They have done a particular partnership. What is the extent of business? Are they going to do business forever? No, they're just coming together for these 2 days. For these respective 2 days, they will be considered as partners. Now, whatever are the cost, expenditure, and liabilities, they will be only for this particular event of exhibition. For this exhibition, whatever the profits they will get, they will share those profits, and they will be only liable for all these liabilities, respective particular event. And they will not have unlimited liability. Their liability is limited up to this particular event. This is known as a nature of business, which is a very particular event or a function or an exhibition, and you're known as particular partnership. However, in general partnership, you have unlimited liability. Now, there is another kind of partnership which the partners do on the basis of liability. What is that partnership? It says, number one, it is particular partnership, so here our liability is limited to that respective event. So whatever event we are holding, whatever business we are decided to do for a short term, our liability is limited up till that. Then there is general partnership. General partnership will have unlimited liability. And third is, what is the third one? LLP. What is the meaning of LLP? Do you know what is the meaning of LLP? You tell me. Yes, great. Very nice. Chale to chand tak, varna raat tak. Very nice. Interesting partnership at well. Huh? Can ULP limits liabilities agreements? Okay, Akib, we will take this query later on. First, answer me what I've asked. Determination, Janvi, determination means finding out. So determining, finding whether the time period has been given or not. Yes, excellent. LLP is limited liability partnership. Now, children, there is a very new concept of LLP which has come up. Law thought that partnership is very interesting. It is based upon an agreement. So my students have understood that tomorrow when they become chartered accountants, they can simply sign an agreement and they can do business with other partners. So practicing chartered accountants, having a partnership firm, we have understood the number of members, we can restrict it up till 50, and then we can do different kind of business by forming partnership. But after doing business, they said, oh my God, there is unlimited liability. We have to pay so much. Even if we are not doing business very well, then also our liabilities are huge. So they said, okay, I'll leave the partnership. Let's form a company. So they form a private limited company. Two people came together. I told you the other day also, they wanted to expand it. Then they form a public limited company. Public also started investing at large. So huge business they were doing, but their liability became limited by shares or limited by guarantee, whatever they decided. But again, public and private companies also have unlimited liability companies as well. So they were like, although we have got that corporate shield, we have got that corporate status, but again, the liability issue is not being covered. So they said, why can't this thing happen that although it becomes very easy to do the business and our liability also becomes limited? So government came up with a new concept of LLP. It means here your liability is limited. Liability is limited means although you get the status of a corporate company. So what is LLP? It's neither a company, it's not a partnership firm. It has the flexibility of partnership and the registrational status, corporation status of a company. So when you open an LLP, you have to get yourself registered, and the LLP also gets like an artificial judicial person. It has its own corporate veil and shield between company and members you have. Similarly, LLP is also a separate separate identity, artificial judicial person. However, the liability is also limited. So here you get the benefits of both the things when you open up an LLP. So laws of LLP, limited liability partnership, banani to agreement ke base pe hai. So we again did the flexibility of an agreement. Both the partners said, instead of forming a general partnership, let's open up an LLP. So basically there are three categories on the basis of liability: particular for the particular event, general means unlimited liability, and LLP where your liability is limited. You get the status of a company, and it is very easy to form because an agreement needs to be simply signed between the parties. So कंपनी सेटअप करने के लिए अगेन पूरा लीगल प्रोसीजर करना पड़ेगा, तो पार्टनरशिप में ही एग्रीमेंट में हो जाएगा, बट आपको स्टेटस कंपनी वाला मिले एंड आपकी लायबिलिटी भी लिमिटेड बन जाए. So lot of benefits of LLP which you will study after completing partnership, but partnership is different. It is governed by Indian Partnership Act 1932. LLP is governed by LLP Act 2002. So both of them are different. Okay, don't have to combine them. Understood? So now quickly solve this interesting last question MCQ of the day. A partnership at will is one. Which out of these, which is the answer? It does not have a deed. It does not provide for how long the business will continue. It cannot be dissolved or does not have any partner. So Sneha Gupta, for any particular event, it basically means your partnership is related to that event. So whatever expenditures you are incurring, it is for that event. So for example, you entered into particular partnership on 1st January 2023, and it was to end on 3rd January 2023. Now you became so familiar with each other and we said that it was so nice to do business with you. I want to continue business with you further also. Now they have decided to do further business beyond 3rd January also. Now that particular partnership has got converted into partnership at will. So if you ask me if anything has happened during those particular event, all the expenditures have to be borne by both the partners. Whosoever are the partners, whether any destruction is happening or any problem is happening, since they were partners for that particular period, they both have to bear those liabilities. But after that also, if you continue to become the partners, it becomes a partnership at will. काव्या अग्रवाल एलएलपी होता है लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी पार्टनरशिप. अभी आपको एलएलपी नहीं पढ़ना है. ये कंपनी एंड पार्टनरशिप को मिलाकर एक अलग से डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. पार्टनरशिप के बाद आप अगले चैप्टर में एलएलपी के बारे में पढ़ोगे. ओके, अभी इसके साथ कंफ्यूज नहीं हो. वो सिर्फ आपको लायबिलिटी बताने के लिए था. Beautiful. 7B is the correct answer. All of you have given the correct answer. Wonderful. Don't expect me to take the names because around 180 students have given the correct answer. So difficult to take so many names. So partnership at will is absolutely clear. A partnership formed for carrying out any particular venture or undertaking is known as what? Give me the answer for 8th one also. There's another one interesting for you all. What will you call this partnership, children? Limited liability, joint venture, special partnership, or a particular partnership? What do you call this kind of partnership? I have still not got the answer for 8th one. Very good. Those who are sending the correct answer for 8th one. No. Jolly Joseph, LLP is not covered under partnership. Definitely Krishna Katel, don't worry. We'll do it together, don't worry. Particular partnership is absolutely correct. Shikha is saying limited partnership. See, this was just to confuse you. Why are you saying LLP in this case? I just now told you, many of you are saying limited. Children, it is not limited partnership. It says a partnership which is formed for carrying out any particular venture or undertaking. It is a particular partnership where your liability is restricted to this event. Limited liability is different. Particular partnership is different. They both are different from each other. Okay, limited liability is governed by LLP Act. However, particular partnership is under Indian Partnership Act 1932. So this respective answer 8th is 8D is the correct answer. Now comes your very interesting and favorite question, partnership deed. Partnership deed क्या होता है बच्चों? आपने अकाउंट्स पे भी पढ़ा हुआ है ये. हम कभी भी जब अकाउंट्स पे भी पढ़ते हैं कि हम पार्टनरशिप करने जा रहे हैं तो हमेशा हमें बताया जाता है कि इन द पार्टनरशिप डीड इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल इज गिवन, ड्रॉइंग्स इज गिवन, how much share of profits partners will be doing. All these things are given under the partnership deed. So agreement between the partners जो होती है that is known as partnership deed. A and B ने agreement sign करी कि हम business करेंगे इस एग्रीमेंट को कहा जाता है पार्टनरशिप डीड। हम एक डीड बनाते हैं जिसमें सारी टर्म्स ऑफ पार्टनरशिप लिखी होती हैं, who all will be the partners, how the partners will retire, how the partners will behave, what are the rights and duties of the partners, what are the powers given to the partners. Everything is defined in this partnership deed. Now, this agreement that we do between the partners may be oral or it may be in writing. Though the law has expressly required that the partnership agreement should be in writing in order to avoid any disputes. Mark it very, very important, this one. It says, although we can do the partnership in writing and oral, but law says that please do any kind of agreement. Children, let me tell you a very important thing. Now you're going to be future chartered accountants. You will all be professionals tomorrow, lawyers, CAs. So you know the importance of evidence. एक written लिखित चीज का evidence, document proof कितना important होता है. So अगर आपने कोई चीज लिख कर करी है, agreement करी है, writing में, stamped है, it is always better. So tomorrow A and B, what they did, they said they were studying partnership and they said A and B signed an agreement and they made an oral partnership deal. So they said A will get 30% of the share of the profits and B will get 70% of the share of profits. How unfair. This B was very smart. He said, I will take 70% of the profits. Okay, they said orally they made this agreement and they started doing business. Slowly and slowly, B started having 90% of the profits. A said, look, what are you doing? You told me that you will give me 30%. Now you're giving me just 10%. B said, I will not give you. It's my wish. A said, you can't do this. I have a partnership deed with you. He said, where is that partnership deed? He said, I'll go in the court and I'll tell them that we made the oral partnership deed. And now he's not giving me 70% and 30%. He's giving me 10%. Now, children, is it very easy for A to prove this in court? Does he have any document for production? How can you say that orally it was said? Anything could have been said. So he said, he went to the court and they said, look, Judge Sahab, B ने तो कहा था कि मुझे 70% profits ये लेगा और 30 मुझे देगा. And अब ये 90% ले रहा है और मुझे 10% दे रहा है. This is not fair. This is not done. So B said, I never said that. I only said that I will be taking 90%. In fact, I was giving him more money earlier. Now I have decided to take my 90%. So both of them were having disputes. Disputes means ladai jhagda in the court. So now since they're having disputes, it said it become very difficult to prove this point because there is no written evidence. So law says it's very, very important. Yeah, once it has been in the written agreement, then you can simply produce the document. See, this is the document. It is written 70 and 30%. And this is my books of accounts. You can check how much he's giving. So now you just have to simply compare and find the reasons why it is happening. So it is very, very important to have such important documentation to be done. All these things should be nicely placed in writing. That's why rent agreements are also made in writing. Partnership deeds are made in writing, preferable. Also, it should be duly stamped by the Indian Stamp Act. So you should get the thappa on the partnership deed, stamp lagi honi chahiye, and all the partners are required to sign it because every partner should know what they have made an agreement about. So why I say partnership deed question is important? Twice 6 marks question examiner has asked, what do you understand by partnership deed? So if such a question come in the exam, all these 4 points that are written on this page have to be learned and written as it is. Remember to underline important things in your answer sheets also. Remember to be write in capital words, underlining the headings, highlighting the important points. All this give a very good impression in your answers. And you will include all these clauses of partnership deed. So what all partnership deed includes? It includes the name of the parties. So ABC are the parties, their names, addresses, businesses, everything will be included, their qualification. Who are the people who are signing an agreement? Nature of business. What kind of business are you doing? Are you doing a shoe business, cloth business, merchandise, or export import? What kind of business are you going to do? That partnership business will also be written over here. What does duration of partnership help us to understand? If we define the duration of partnership, then it is a fixed partnership. If we do not define, then it is the partnership at will. Okay, so if we are defining how long we will be continuing, it is a fixed partnership. And if we do not define, then it is partnership at will. What is the name of the firm? The firm's name should not be the same as it is already existing. So you have to be very careful what name you are deciding for choosing the name of the firm. How much capital contributions you have decided to make? Somebody might be contributing 50,000. Somebody says, I will. So there were people, 3-4 partners. They said, I will bring 10,000. I will bring 50,000. I will bring 80,000. So all the partners mutually decide how much capital they have to contribute. And this capital figure is written in the partnership deed so that it is documented. Tomorrow they should know how much capital each one of them have contributed. And then sharing of profit sharing ratio, in what ratio they're going to share the profits, whether it is 2:1, 1:1, or equally, or in capital ratio, whatever ratio they decide. Where are they going to open their bank accounts? Remember in Santi Ranjan Das Gupta, all these things were missing. That's why it was not a partnership firm. So where are you going to open your bank accounts? How many bank accounts will be there? How the firm's books of accounts will be kept? All these kind of points will be covered in detail in the partnership deed. So children, if examiner asks you, you have to write about these 4 points and give all the detailed analysis of all these clauses which are included in the partnership deed. Apart from that, powers of the partners is also included. Just a second. What do you understand by powers of partners? How much power has been given to the partners? How much borrowing powers they have? How much they can purchase? How much loan they can take? So whatever are the powers, whatever the rights they have decided to give to the partners, that should also be included. Here comes your point about retirement and expulsion. This is very, very important, children. Expulsion means to throw out a partner from the firm. Have you ever heard the word suspending someone? You remember in school days, teachers used to tell you that if anyone does anything wrong, we will suspend you from the school. So expulsion is that harsh word, throwing someone out of the organization. So law says it is not very easy to expel a partner. ये बहुत बड़ी बात हो जाती है किसी को एक्सपेल कर देना अपनी सर्विसेज में से. तो टर्मिनेशन करना, रिटायरमेंट होना अलग है. Expulsion is a little harsh and rude word. Only there are few circumstances under which the partners can be expelled. It is not very easy to expel a partner. So we will understand in chapter number 2 and 3 how the partner can be expelled, what are the conditions to be satisfied. But as of now, you should simply remember that the partnership deed can contain such clauses about retirement and expulsion as well. Death of a partner, what will happen if a partner dies? How the legal representatives will be sharing the profits, what will happen, all these kind of details are mentioned in the partnership deed. Dissolution of firm, again, full-fledged chapter number 3 we have on dissolution, registration of firm and dissolution. The partnership deed should talk about how the firm needs to be dissolved, means how the firm needs to come to an end. All right. And last point is my favorite, provision for salaries or commissions, if any, payable to partners. Have you ever read in your accounts, salary payable to the partners, remuneration to the partners, managerial remuneration? What is all these? It says apart from the sharing of profits, sometimes, say for example, ABC, they are chartered accountants and they have decided to do the partnership business and they're sharing the profits equally. So 1:1:1, 1/3, 1/1/3. All of them are getting. Now there was one partner who is lawyer also. So he said, I will, apart from my profit sharing ratio, I will provide certain legal services also to this firm. And for that, I will be charging certain commission. Now, partnership deed must provide for this commission, how much commission needs to be paid to this person who is also a lawyer. So there can be certain cases where the partners, apart from their doing business capacity, they are contributing something additional also. So for this addition, if any kind of salary or commission is being paid to them, so that should also be recorded and it should be written in the partnership deed so that tomorrow there are no fights. कल को लड़ाई होती है, वो बंदा कहता है मैंने कहा था मैं काम करूंगा, मुझे कमीशन मिलेगी, अब मिली नहीं, तो आप चुपचाप पार्टनरशिप डीड लेकर कोर्ट जा सकते हो, दिखा सकते हो that this clause was included, now please pay me my money which was agreed earlier. So that's why they say that it's always beneficial to have a written partnership deed. Now, the last part of the session of this chapter is types of partners, which is again very, very interesting. So before reading a sleeping partner, you all also fall into a sleep. I would request you just go through the types of partners that are given in the study material. We will complete the types of partners and also the two important descriptive questions I'm going to do with you from the study material. Meanwhile, I'll just go through your queries. Let's take a small break over here. All right, welcome back, students. Let's continue with the type of partners, and then this unit will be winded up. So let's have a look from the kinds of partnership. We have already done section 7. Somebody was asking, where is it given under partnership deed? So in this respective page, it's talking about the partnership deed. Let us start with the first type of partner, that is active, actual, or ostensible partner. Now, this word ostensible is very interesting. You know, what is the meaning of ostensible? Somebody who is always, show off karna. Somebody who is always doing a show off. Like I got very nice branded watch and the person is putting his hand like this. Or maybe somebody has done their nails, got the nail art for the girls and they're showing it like this. तो कुछ भी तरह का show off करना. अब आप बोलोगे मैम, why they're using this word over here? What are they trying to tell you by saying ostensible partner? So somebody, I forgot to show you that picture from the presentation, I think. Yeah. So this is my ostensible partner. Can you see this cartoon? So one is an active partner. Ostensible means बड़ा show off कर रहा है जी, मतलब ये देखो जी, ऐसे graph लगाना है, ऐसे PPT बनानी है. And that lady sitting over there, she is listening very carefully. Because this big nose partner, he is very, very active. He is continuously, showing off his presence in the partnership. So that is what an active partner is meant to be. He is one who is an active partner, means he's actively involved in the business. He is doing client meetings, handling everything. And look at the sleeping partner. He's just आराम से सो रहा है. इसका मतलब सच में आपने स्लीपिंग पार्टनर ने वहां जाकर टेबल पे सोना नहीं होता है. But it is trying to show you your absence from the business. Although you are a partner in a firm, but you're not participating in day-to-day activities. Active partner is like an ostensible partner who is always showing off, who's always participating, trying to be everyone's favorite and going every client meeting and being there in every customer and suppliers meetings. But sleeping partner is least bothered. आपको मैंने कैपिटल कंट्रीब्यूशन दे दिया, जैसे बिजनेस करना है करो. आई एम नॉट इन्वॉल्व. He is a huge, great businessman in his own. He said that, okay, fine, I'll be a partner with you, but I will not be participating in your day-to-day activities, but I will get my share of profits. Will he be liable to other parties? Can you say active partner is one who is participating in everything and he is being held liable? But can you say this little sleeping partner who is just sleeping over there, will he be liable? Yes or no? You tell me. Let me see how much judgment you want to make before answering it. Jolly, you have sent a query. You can send it again once. Because I can't. Okay, a quick question. If there's a no deed, there was voice recording. All right, Jolly Joseph has sent a question saying that if there is no partnership deed, somebody else is also asking if we do certain recording and it is produced. Definitely, see, in court, you can prove any evidence. So maybe it's a WhatsApp message or a Facebook chat or any recording or any Insta drop down where you have written anything. Any kind of evidence can be used, Mr. Jolly. But what we are trying to understand over here is that was just to explain you that when there is a written document, partnership deed is in writing, then it becomes very easy to carry on the things. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो अगर बी ने 90% प्रॉफिट्स खा लिए एंड ए कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता अगर ओरल है. Definitely you can find out other routes, no? But again, then you will be digging out something, more information, maybe a recording or other kind of thing. So then again, you have used some evidence to prove it, no? So why can't, and anyways, when you're doing business with others, yaar, will you be doing all these kind of things? You're recording or something will be doing? We are having a trust and faith relationship with others. Then only the partnership business can go. Okay. So I understand your mind concept. All the students nowadays, internet and all these mobile phones, smartphones have become so active in usage that you can think beyond that as well. But the only point to explain over there is anything which is as a written writing proof that holds more validity. Oral things don't have much justifications. All right. So I hope this gets answered. Like an active student in the class. Very good. Nice, Neha. That was a good one. Sleeping partner is not liable. My classmate who is a friend sleeping partner. Oh God, Krishna, what are you all writing about the sleeping partners, huh? All students so excited to know about sleeping partner. Somebody saying sleeping partner is not liable. Somebody saying he will be held liable. So let me close your curiosity. Sleeping partner is held liable. You know, he's sharing the profits and he's liable for all the acts of the firm. Interesting है? तो चलो देखते हैं कैसे. पहले active partner का पढ़ते हैं. So who is an active partner? Number one point, who becomes a partner by an agreement. So A and B are partners and they have signed a partnership by signing an agreement with each other. Number two, he is actively participating. अभी मैंने आपको photograph दिखाई थी, presentations दिखा रहा है, actively participate कर रहा है. So one who is enjoying the participation in the business. He is acting as an agent means mutual agency relationship is present. He is holding other partners liable. Yes, ma'am, he is holding liable. Doing the ordinary course of business. Yes, ma'am, he is doing the ordinary course of business. So agreement, participation, agency, business, everything is required by the active partner. So he is just a normal partner who is doing business with. Now, what is the meaning of this line? In the event of retirement, he must give a public notice. Now, children, you tell me one thing. A and B signed an agreement. ध्यान से सुनना. A and B signed an agreement on 1st January 2023 to do a business. On 5th July 2023, A left this firm. Retirement means छोड़कर चले जाना, outgoing partner bye बोल दिया उसने, and he left the firm. There were three partners, A, B, and C. Now B and C continued the business. There was a supplier, Mr. D, from whom certain goods were purchased. So he has a liability of 10,000 that he wants to recover from the firm's liability of 10,000. They owe to Mr. D. And Mr. D on 10th July went to Mr. A and he said, give my 10,000 rupees. This is what you all have learned with me in first chapter, first session, that all the partners are liable to the outsider supplier. Now this supplier, Mr. D, bacha, wants to recover the money from A. Can he recover the money? A has already retired on 5th July. They started the firm on 1st January. Until 5th July, A was a partner and he has left the firm on 5th July. Please answer me with reasons. Can D recover money from Mr. A? Can he ask Mr. A to pay him? Yes or no? And if you say no, why? Why do you say no? You have to give me justifications for your answer. Then only I'll understand whether you have understood or not. Somebody says yes, somebody says no. So no is a correct answer. Obviously, he has retired. So he's not liable. But how will D come to know whether he has retired or not? Law says, please give a public notice. If you don't want to hold yourself liable, A must have given a public notice. How is it given? You must give a notice in the advertisement, in the newspapers, that look, Mr. A retires from ABC Associate Firm. Or an intimation needs to be sent to everyone. A notice has to be informing that Mr. A has now left this firm. Children, if A does not give this notice, then D will always believe him to be the partner, and then yes, he can still hold A liable. So to absolve himself means to escape from all these liabilities. To escape from these liabilities, it is very important for Mr. D to give Mr. A to give a notice, a public notice in writing that, look, I have retired from this firm. I am no longer a partner in this firm. In that case, D cannot recover anything from Mr. A. समझ आ गया सबको? तो एक्टिव पार्टनर है, बिजनेस करता है, पार्टनर्स एजेंसी रिलेशनशिप भी है, एंड पब्लिक नोटिस वाला पॉइंट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एक्टिव पार्टनर. बट डज द स्लीपिंग पार्टनर नीड टू गिव द पब्लिक नोटिस? नो मैम, he was sleeping, he was not present. D को तो पता ही नहीं था कि A sleeping partner भी partner है. So if you are a sleeping partner, then my dear students, then you are not required to give a public. Only an active partner is required to give a public notice of his retirement. Sleeping partner is not required to give a public notice. Sleeping partner is also known as dormant partner. बंद है जो, चुप है, बोलता नहीं. ठीक है? He is a partner by agreement and he is not actively partner. So the only major difference is active partner. Again, both of them are partners by agreement. Active partner participates in the business. Sleeping partner takes a seat back. सो रहा है मतलब बिजनेस में नहीं इन्वॉल्व, सचमुच में सो नहीं रहा. ठीक है? एंड but he share the profits. Yes, ma'am. He also take the profits and he is liable to third parties also. So the only 2 points of difference are he is not participating in the business and he is not required to give the public notice. So what are the 2 points of difference? Neither he gives a public notice nor he is participating in the business. बाकी सारे points same है. Agreement से आएगा, profits भी share करेगा and he is also held liable to the third parties. Now this nominal partner is very interesting one. Generally, I enjoy taking the name of Shah Rukh Khan. So Mr. Shah Rukh Khan is a famous personality and he has a huge name. So ABC Associates went to him and they said that, can you lend your name to a firm? Everybody will, start purchasing the goods. If it is, have you seen if anyone is a brand ambassador, if Deepika is doing any advertisement along with any brand, then that brands get more highlighted. Similarly, nominal partner is one who is lending his name. Just because of his reputation, the firm starts getting business. Although Shah Rukh Khan is not having any real interest, but he said, ABC, yaar, ye mere dost hain, to chalo aap mera bhi naam dal do firm mein ki Shah Rukh Khan is also a partner in this. So now where he's only lending his name and he is not having any interest in what business they are doing, he is known as a nominal partner. So nominal partner is number one, who lends his name. So you have to mark all these in points. Number one, who lends his name to the firm. Number two, he is not, okay, these points are already given over here. Number two, he is not having any real interest in the firm. Number three, he is not even getting any profits. Will you go give profits to Shah Rukh Khan? He is a nominal partner in your firm. Only because of his reputation you have made him your partner. Because कल को पता लगेगा यार शाहरुख खान भी मेरी फर्म में पार्टनर है तो मुझे और काम मिलेगा. So he is not getting any share of the profits. Neither he is participating in the conduct of the business. But he is still liable to third parties. You know why he is liable? See, so unfair. He is not even contributing capital. He is not even bringing any profits. He is not even taking any profits. He is not even participating in business. But still he is held liable to third parties. You tell me, why should we hold him liable? Let me see how much brains you're using today. So, why do you think? No, Jolly. Nominal partner is one who is becoming a partner in the firm. That is a different story, brand. Mutual agency, definitely Chanchal Singh. Very nice point. No, Krishna Katel. He has signed an agreement. Okay. What else? Let me see how much brains you're using today. What should be your answer? Why do you think that nominal partner should be held liable? Do you think that he should be held liable? If yes, why? Because people trust him and buy goods. Very nice. Excellent. It is because of his reputation that they're getting business. People are giving credit on the trust of nominal. Very beautiful answers, students. I'm super proud of you, Mr. Gautam, Prayukta, Prasanta, Apurva, Saloni, Praktish, Prakatish, Varun, Vedahi, Deepika, Prakriti, Pratima, Akib, Komal, Janvi, Prem, Janni, Angel, Vedahi, Nishi, all of you are correct. Vedahi, Goel, Chanchal, all of you are correct. Children, Nishikar. He's the first face of the partnership firm. People are trusting. Definitely. Jolly. Shriya. Harshita. Tapaswini. Subhiksha. Naman. Sneha. Very nice, children. So beautiful answers you have given. So why he is being held liable to third parties? Because, now you have associated his name with the firm. So firm is doing business based out of his reputation. So tomorrow, if any liabilities occur, definitely he will also be held liable and also rightly mentioned because of the mutual agency relationship. So all the partners, active, sleeping, and this nominal partners, they are held liable to third parties for all the acts of the firm. But ये partner in profits only, ये क्या करता है? Law बोलते हैं ये सिर्फ profits वाले acts के लिए liable है, not for the losses. So A, B, C were friends. They were doing a partnership, and D, a very close friend of them, they said, I also want to become a partner, but I can't bear the losses. I only want to be a partner in the profits without being liable for the losses. So उन्होंने कहा भी ऐसी पार्टनरशिप अलाउड है. उन्होंने इंडियन पार्टनरशिप एक्ट देखी और देखा कि फोर्थ कैटेगरी ऑफ पार्टनरशिप में ऐसी पार्टनरशिप भी अलाउड है. We are allowed to have a person, we can sign an agreement and we can make a person as a partner who will only eat the profits and not liable for the losses. किसी ने पूछा भी था ये उस दिन क्लास कि क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि partner is not liable, so he will be partner in profits only. Such a partner will only take the profits home and he will not be liable to pay the losses. However, he is also liable to third parties, but again for all the acts of the profits. So if I am doing business and client A, I'm having huge profits with client A, but with client B, I'm suffering losses. So my partners, this partner in profit will only be liable for all the payments being made to A, with whom I'm earning profits, with this customer with whom I'm earning profits. So partner in profits is not liable for losses. Also, similarly, he's not required to contribute for the liabilities for the losses. He's only entitled to share the profits of the business. Clear ho gaya? Partners in profits is also clear. Now let's talk about the incoming partners. Very simple. Admission of a partner. ABC are partners. They are into electrical appliances, manufacturing of appliances. They have admitted D as a new partner. So what will you call this new partner who is coming and joining the firm? He is known as incoming partner. Now, any liability of the business before he has joined as a partner, this Mr. D will not be held liable. Okay, so incoming partner means जो नया partner आता है, जो join करता है, और कोई भी firm की पुरानी liabilities जो आ रही हैं, incoming partner will not be held liable. Similarly, an outgoing partner, once he has given a public notice, he will not be liable to any outsiders. So outgoing partner, Mr. A was leaving, retiring from the firm at that time. Will he be held to D? Only if he has not given the public notice, he will be liable. Otherwise, he will not be held liable. Now let's talk about the most important section of this chapter, that is section 28, partner by holding out. फिर से आ गया आपका word estoppel. मैंने कहा था ना आपको partnership में दोबारा आएगा ये word estoppel. Estoppel means something once you have accepted, you cannot deny from that fact later. So if you are not actually a partner, but your actions or your behavior or knowingly, you have made the other person believe that you are a partner in a firm, then the other person will treat you as the partner in a firm. What does this mean? Then you become a partner by holding out. You have held out yourself. By estoppel, you have become a partner. It says these points when a person represents himself. So maybe, for example, we have not taken your names in examples today. Like minor, Vedhi is saying she's enjoying this chapter. That's great. Even I'm enjoying doing it with you, and you all are becoming so intelligent. I've seen. Okay, even I want that to happen, but then we have to go by the time period that we have been given. Why would anyone admit? Purva, I was waiting for this question. So, Indian Partnership Act 1932 has given you the permission. You can make a person partner in profits only. So, there are certain people who just want to enjoy the profits, but you have to remember the liabilities will be limited for the act of profits only. So, again, with the consent of all of the partners, only this kind of partnership can happen. Definitely, they'll be contributing for the capital, Sneha. That is, again, a different kind of thing. The contribution has to come depending upon the agreement that they have. Okay, that's why you're saying that. Grisha is also enjoying the chapter. That's nice. Mohammed, why would existing partner into? I mean, it would be unfair. No, Mohammed Ayan, again, it depends upon the agreement that the partners have made among themselves. And since the act gives the permission, so if other partners are consenting, they're agreeing, and then the partner can be allowed for the profits. So let's take the name of Badisha, Sneha, and Mohammed, because these are the last names which are coming to convert. Aniket, conversion of partnership to company, no such question is there part of your study material in CA Foundation, so we don't have to go into that. Okay, so now again, so many names have come up. I myself forgot. Okay, Sneha, Badisha, and Mohammed, these are three partners in a company, and Aniket comes to this shop as a friend. So now three partners, Sneha, Mohammed, and Vidisha. They are doing their business. They are cloth merchants and they are into sale and purchase of cloth. And this Mr. Aniket standing in the shop, their friend who was having a Campa Cola over there, he was drinking a cold drink. Suddenly he saw the customers coming and he said, I am also a partner in their firm. And the other people, whether he was the customer over there. So whether he said that Aniket started showing the stuff to whether he that, I am the partner in the firm. So what is Aniket doing? Aniket, Mr. A over here, he is representing himself as a partner or he is making whether he believe that he's a partner represented in a firm. In fact, he is not. Firm किसकी थी? Badisha, Sneha and Mohammed की. Aniket ने अपने आप को present करा whether he customer को कि मैं partner हूँ. Now, Vaidehi was very impressed the way Aniket was doing all the business transactions. And she said, okay, fine. On the faith of such representation, on believing that Aniket is a partner in the firm, she became their supplier. She said, okay, fine, I will supply you goods. Or she was a customer, purchase the goods from her. Whatever is the case, maybe a supplier or a customer. On this faith, she gave credit to the firm. Now this Aniket, tomorrow if anything happens and the payments need to be made or payments need to be recovered from any of the customers, Aniket will be held liable in this firm. Now you all will say, ma'am, partners to Badisha, Mohammed and Sneha hi the. So Aniket to partner tha hi nahi, wo to friend tha. But beta, estoppel to ho gaya na, partner by holding out. He represented himself as a partner, other person believed it. Say for example, whether he was the supplier. And she thought Aniket is the partner in this firm and this firm is really doing well. So she supplied credit to this firm. Now tomorrow, when they wanted to take the money back, partners were not paying. So whether he just went to Aniket, give my money back. So Aniket said, who are you? I am not a partner. So she applied section 28 and she said, I'll drag you to the court. You represented yourself to be a partner and on that belief, I gave credit to the firm. Now you have to pay my money. So whether you can recover your 10,000 that you have given to this firm and Aniket now becomes liable to pay. All right. So this was just for fun's sake for the example. I hope you have understood what the example says. So let's read example number 4. X and Y are partners. X introduces A manager. अब X and Y partners है और वो कहते हैं A जो manager है Z को बोलते हैं हमारा partner ही है. So A manager was very intelligent and X and Y wanted to tell Z the customer that he is the trader that A is also partner with us. A remained silent. अब इस केस में अनिकेत ने खुद रिप्रेजेंट करा था, यहाँ पे हम रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. Knowingly permits himself means वो अलाउ कर रहा है, साइलेंट रहकर वो अलाउ करे कि हाँ जी मैं पार्टनर हूं, because he remains silent. Silent amounts to acceptance, so he accepted this thing. So Z, the trader, believed that A is a partner and he said, I'm so happy with the way A deals, such a nice communication skills and so nice person and he's very intelligent and he gave 100 TV sets to the firm on credit. इतना खुश हो गया उसकी डीलिंग के साथ और उसने 100 टेलीविजन दे दिए उधार पर. अब जब क्रेडिट पीरियड खत्म हुआ तो जेड ने कहा मेरी पेमेंट नहीं आई और उसने केस किसके अगेंस्ट फाइल कर दिया? ए के अगेंस्ट. ठीक है, एक्स एंड ए दोनों के अगेंस्ट फॉर द रिकवरी ऑफ मनी. So do you think A will be held liable? Yes, ma'am, A will be held liable because he has become partner by holding out. Section 28 of the Indian Partnership Act has become applicable. Therefore, A will also be liable to pay the amount. ऐसे क्वेश्चंस का आंसर कैसे लिखते हैं? 2 important descriptive questions are given at the end of this chapter. Must go through them. In the next class, I will cover and teach you how to write the answers for the same. अभी के लिए सेक्शन 28 अच्छे से पढ़ लेना, बिकॉज पहली बारी मेरे साथ पढ़ रहे हो तो थोड़ा समझ आता है, कई बारी थोड़ा ट्रिकी लगता है. सो लर्न इट. सेक्शन 28 पार्टनर बाय होल्डिंग आउट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Example number 5 tells you another thing. It says if there are firm P, Q, R, S are the partners. Now S retires without giving the public notice and his name is still on the letterheads. Here also S is liable as partner by holding out because the creditors have lent money on the faith of him being a partner. So very important to give a public notice, children. Section 28 कह रहा है it is also applicable to a former partner. Former means पुराना partner who has retired from the firm without giving a proper notice. So let us briefly understand this section 28. Number 1, any person who make the other creditor believe that I am a partner and the other firm is giving credit to the firm, then he will be treated as a partner by holding out. Secondly, any partner who retires from the firm without giving a public notice, then also that partner is considered as partner by holding out. He will also be liable to the suppliers of the firm. Okay? So with this, we come to an end to first chapter of Indian Partnership Act. I'm here for 2 more minutes. Any more doubts? Please feel free to ask. Swapnali, partners can retire, they can join. It depends how their relationships are going in between the firm. Accordingly, decisions are taken. Yes, any more questions you have, children, you may ask. Otherwise, if it is well understood, then it's great. Just give a quick revision to this chapter. On Monday, we are going to start with a very, very important chapter. That is all the rights, powers, duties of partners we will be discussing. So revise chapter 1 of partnership, revise the 4 units that you have done with me of sale of goods. It is very, very important to keep revising your content, children. If whatever you have done with me, make an effort that you revise it on the same day. मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया था 7 to 8 या 6 to 7 अपना एक टाइम रख लिया करो उस दिन का कि आज जो मैम ने पढ़ाया है उसी दिन साथ ही साथ रिवाइज कर लो. And on the balance 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, revise whatever you have done. Fix 2 hours for sale of goods on Saturday. कि मैंने जो भी पढ़ा है एक बार quick revision देना ही देना. So when you make a proper timetable and study according to that, then you won't have any problems at the later stage. I don't know why this site has got hanged. So thank you so much. I can't see any more questions coming from your side. So, all right, students, see you all on Monday and be prepared and revise your content. If you have any problems, you can address the same on Monday. Thank you so much. Goodbye. And thank you.